Hello and welcome back. In this video, we're going to explore one of the exam sections you might find in a lot of different exams worldwide. Today, we will talk about the use of English section. In our video, you will find answers to the following questions. What is the use of English section? What makes it challenging? What tasks does it include? What strategies can be used? So, let's begin with what the use of English section is. It consists of texts that include grammar and vocabulary tasks. The test takers are expected to comprehend a variety of different texts, such as text from novels, articles, short stories, reviews, etc. This exam section is considered to be one of the most challenging for test takers, as it requires solid knowledge of grammar structures and vocabulary. But nonetheless, there are some techniques which can help them better understand the structure and logic behind those tasks and complete the section successfully. So, what are the tasks? Use of English may include the following tasks: the multiple choice clause, open clause, word formation, and keyword transformations. Let's have a look at each of the tasks in a little more detail. Multiple choice clause. Here is an example of this task from Trials NO paper in 2019. The main focus of this task is vocabulary. As we can see from the example, there are several gaps in the text. For each gap, there are 4 options and only one is correct. This task is aimed at checking vocabulary, including collocations, phrasal verbs, and synonyms, idiomatic, and fixed phrases. What should your learners do first when dealing with the task? First, they have to look through the whole text very quickly before starting to choose the right option. This will give them a clear picture of what the text is about. The next step is having a look at all 4 answers and choosing the one that fits the text best. Looking for clues for each given gap is an important stage when attempting the task. If the learners don't know which answer is correct, they can try the strategy of eliminating the wrong answers. They should always be able to justify why a particular answer will not work for the gap. As soon as the learners finish gap filling, it is a good idea to read the text again to make sure that everything looks logical. Even if your learners have no idea which answer is correct, remind them about not leaving any questions unanswered. This strategy works for all types of tasks in the use of English section. There is no penalty for wrong answers, and they can always give it a try, even if it is just their gut feeling. Now it's time to have some practice. Let's have a look at the first sentence with gap 39. What do we have here? The world's forests are gap. We should choose the word that best fits the gap. Here we've got 4 options: leaving, disappearing, departing, and hiding. Let's try the strategy of eliminating the wrong answers. We know that forests are not things that can move on their own, so leaving and hiding are definitely not the right options here. There are 2 possible answers left, which are disappearing and departing. The next sentence tells us about trees being lost. This is a hint that helps us choose the right answer. The only possible right option here is disappearing. Bingo! Let's move on. Open close. Here's an example of an open close task taken from B2 first. In this task, the test takers are required to complete the text with the missing words using their own ideas. The main focus here is testing their knowledge of grammatical structures. The most common missing words here are auxiliary verbs, pronouns, linking words, prepositions, question words, and time expressions. So, where to start? Ask your learners to look at the title and read the text quickly. One of the strategies here can be choosing the easiest options and/or options they are sure about to use their time wisely. Another strategy is paying attention to the words that are around before and after the missing word. This can help guide them in terms of choosing the correct options. The next step will be deciding what part of speech is missing. As soon as they are done with the task, they are advised to read the text again to make sure that everything sounds right. The next task is word formation. Here's an example of a word formation task taken from the B2 first. In this task, the test takers read a text and fill in 8 gaps. They should transform the given word so that it's the correct part of speech and its meaning is appropriate for each gap. The main focus here is grammar, and they are tested on the knowledge of word formation, including the addition of different suffixes and prefixes. So, first, they read the text. Then, they have to decide what part of speech is needed. Remind your learners that words in the sentence are their guides and will help them make the right word transformation. It's also extremely important to think about grammatical endings, suffixes, and prefixes that can be added. Remind them that spelling is of great importance in this task. And finally, keyword transformations. Here's an example of a keyword transformations task taken from B2 first. This part tests the knowledge of grammar and vocabulary. The test takers are given a full sentence and a word to be used in a new sentence with the same meaning as the first one. So, how can they deal with this task? Here, understanding the task plays an essential role. Draw their attention to the number of words that should be used. Ask them to think of grammar and vocabulary changes that must be made. They can also quickly brainstorm possible ways of expressing the same idea. Alright, we have looked at 4 different types of tasks. Why not try the strategies for dealing with these tasks yourself? This will help you even better explain them to your learners. It is important to remember that exam preparation for use of English is an ongoing process. Rome wasn't built in a day. The same goes for exam preparation for this section. You should systematically work on expanding your learners' range of vocabulary and helping them with different grammar structures. Then, their exam preparation will turn out to be a pleasant journey and not a nightmare. Now, you are fully equipped with strategies for use of English section, and it's high time to help your learners try them in action. That's all for today. You can find one more useful tip below this video. See you in our next one.